Hold on to your seats and get ready for a chilling ride as we delve into the case of Harold Shipman, one of the most notorious serial killers in British history. Shipman was a respected family doctor who operated in the Manchester area during the 1970s to 1990s, and he is believed to have killed at least 218 and most likely over 250 of his patients. In this video, we'll explore the twisted mind of Harold Shipman, his crimes, and the psychological factors that led him to commit these horrific acts. Harold Shipman was born in Nottingham, England in 1946. He grew up in a working-class family and showed an early interest in medicine. After graduating from Leeds Medical School in 1970, he worked as a junior doctor in Pontefract and later in West Yorkshire. In 1974, Shipman was caught forging prescriptions for petadine, a painkiller, and was fined and given a suspended sentence. Despite this, he was able to continue practicing medicine and moved to Hyde, a suburb of Manchester, where he set up his own practice. Over the years, Shipman built up a reputation as a caring and attentive doctor and all-round pillar of the community. Shipman's crimes went undetected for years, but his suspicious behavior eventually caught the attention of authorities. In 1998, a fellow doctor noticed that Shipman had forged the patient's will, and the police began investigating. During the investigation, it became clear that Shipman had killed at least 218 of his patients, and probably over 250. He had done this by injecting them with lethal doses of diamorphine, often in their own homes. He often targeted elderly women who lived alone, and he would alter their medical records to cover up his crimes. This has led some to speculate that his killings were mercy killings. However, this is disproven by the fact that he also killed several young and healthy patients where there could be no reason for a mercy killing. Shipman was convicted of 15 counts of murder and 1 count of forgery in 2000 and was sentenced to life in prison. He committed suicide in his cell in 2004. The psychiatric evaluation that followed Shipman's arrest found that he had a narcissistic personality disorder and that he enjoyed the power and control that came with being a doctor and fancied himself as one of the best doctors on the planet. He showed no remorse for his crimes and was described as arrogant and manipulative by those who knew him. In addition to his narcissistic personality disorder, the evaluation also found that Shipman suffered from a severe lack of empathy and a disregard for the lives of others. He saw his patients as objects to be manipulated and controlled, rather than as human beings with their own lives and families. This lack of empathy is consistent with the behavior of many serial killers. Shipman refused to give any details of motivations or even admit to the crimes right up until his suicide in prison in 2004. Therefore, it is impossible to conclusively state he was a psychopath. But we can say that even this behavior, failing to give an account of himself, admit his crimes, or the total number of victims, is typical of the sense of control that many psychopaths like to keep over both their victims and those who are investigating them. So, psychopathy is highly likely. The impact of Shipman's crimes on the medical profession was significant. In the wake of his arrest, there were calls for tighter regulation of doctors and increased scrutiny of their prescribing practices. The case highlighted the importance of reporting suspicious behavior and the need for better communication between healthcare professionals and law enforcement. It also led to changes in the way prescriptions are monitored, with new regulations requiring doctors to keep detailed records of all controlled drugs, as well as calls for more detailed statistical review of patient deaths to spot any suspicious patterns. The case of Harold Shipman is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of vigilant oversight. It also underscores the need for better mental health screening for healthcare professionals, particularly those who work in high-stress environments like hospitals and clinics. The legacy of Harold Shipman is one of tragedy and loss, but it also serves as a reminder that medical professionals must always be vigilant and willing to speak up when we see something that doesn't seem right. His crimes were motivated by his desire for power and control, as well as his narcissistic personality disorder and lack of empathy. While his crimes were horrific, they provide important insights into the behavior of medical serial killers and the factors that contribute to their behavior. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button to be notified of future releases from our channel. And let us know in the comments if you're enjoying these short-form videos resulting from scoping research for our potential future long-form videos.